Hello and welcome to another lesson on soundproofing. My name is Wilson Harwood and I am a soundproofing expert and studio designer based in Nashville, Tennessee. And today I'm going to be answering a question that I get asked all the time when I do these soundproof clarity calls with potential clients, which is, can I partially soundproof my room? Or another way to phrase that is, can I just soundproof halfway? Or I'm not trying to get full 100% soundproofing. I just want to get X thing as their goal. Like I just want to be able to play my drums, but I don't need it to be like professional grade soundproofing. So in this lesson, I'm going to teach you all about why that thinking is flawed and how you really should be phrasing that question, and then some solutions of the route you should actually take. All right, so let's dive in to, can you partially soundproof a room? The answer is no, but let me explain why. And a lot of times I tell people that are, hell-bent on doing this process the way they want to do it, and they come to me to get reassurance that what they want to do is okay, and I always tell them, no, I wouldn't recommend doing what you're doing. And in fact, there's no way we can work together because I would be doing you a disservice by saying, hey, yeah, we can partially soundproof a room. So I think what they're usually trying to get at is, one, I don't want to spend as much money as it would take to fully professionally soundproof a room. Two, I think they're also saying, hey, I look at these big fancy multi-million-dollar studios on the internet, and that's not what I want. I don't want that. I'm just a little home hobbyist studio, so I just need, partial, halfway, less soundproofing, which seems logical in theory, but it's not logical from a scientific foundational physics perspective. And let me explain why. The reason is that sound isolation is an all or nothing. You may have heard me say this on the channel many times, all or nothing endeavor, meaning once you sound isolate, you're getting a level of sound rejection, and then you can increase that level of sound rejection by increasing the mass or the air gap, but there's not really much else you can do. You either commit to fully sound isolating a room or you don't do it at all, and you'll get some varied effect of, hey, this room is quieter than, say, this other room in my house, and that's about all you're going to get, but it's not going to be a truly sound isolated room, which is the whole point of building a home recording studio or a home office where you want to block out the rest of the world, or keep in what you're doing in your room. So to do that correctly, we have to look at it as a holistic system. And this is where most people get it wrong. They think, I'm just going to soundproof one wall, like a demising wall between two apartments, or I'm going to just soundproof the ceiling because that's where all my noise is coming from. But what they don't think about is how the noise from the ceiling is also traveling down through the walls into the floor and up into your room. Noise doesn't come from just one direction. It may emanate from a source, but it then expands to encapsulate everything, especially low bass frequencies, in a bubble type expansion, not just a directional expansion. So let's look at that example again. Let's think about, you have some noisy neighbors upstairs and you want to have a mix room in your room below. And so you're like, I'm just going to add some drywall to my ceiling, or maybe even I'll go a step further and add some acoustic clips and then 2 layers of drywall to my ceiling, and that'll be great. I don't need to worry about the walls. Well, like I said before, you're missing the point that the sound will travel down through the spots between your ceiling drywall and the 2x4 walls on either all 4 sides of your room, and then that will emanate in through your walls. So you may have reduced the sound coming from the ceiling, but you will experience the sound in a new way from your walls and through doors and through, any number of places that the sound can still get in. So, long story short, we need to look at not only the ceiling or the wall or the floor, we need to look at all of them, and we need to look at our doors, and we need to look at our windows. And lastly, we need to look at our HVAC system, which is often overlooked as well, which is sound can travel through a duct system really easily from room to room. So if you don't have a way to stop the sound from traveling through your duct system, you also are going to run into problems. So there's no such thing as partial soundproofing. I couldn't just soundproof your duct system. I couldn't just soundproof your door. It wouldn't get you the results that you're after. Now, I will say one caveat that if you want to do it your way, you certainly can. I just won't do it on my professional way and put my stamp of approval on it because I can't guarantee the results. So let's say that you have a lot of noise come in your room and you want to just try putting in a soundproof door, a heavier door, let's say a solid core door. And you do it and it works and you're like, Wilson, you were wrong. No, it's not that I was wrong. It's that you had such a small sound problem that the door was the main problem, and all you needed to do is put a solid core door in there. That's not going to work for your typical home recording studio. It's not going to work for people dealing with loud sounds like aircraft or helicopters, and it's not going to work for people with like lawnmowers and things like that outside their house. It just simply won't. It may work for like TV noise or the fact that, all the noise was coming in from below your door. So let's look at this from another perspective, which is how much investment do I need to put in to get to that level of sound isolation in the first place? And the answer is probably more than you wanted to, in the sense that a typical project that I see, if we're going, down to the studs, we can't do proper sound isolation without taking our walls down to the studs or ceiling down to the studs. And honestly, we can't really do proper sound isolation without starting on a concrete slab first. We can create a little bit of barrier by floating a floor, but it's not truly going to be the type of isolation you probably want unless we float a very heavy floor. And that's due to the physics of needing something very heavy to stop the resonance of low frequencies from traveling through our floors. So I know this might not be what a lot of you wanted to hear, but I hope it explains some of the ideas behind why we can't just simply say, I'm going to partially soundproof, or I'm only going to do one wall, or I'll just do the ceiling. While you may get some results, you probably won't get the results you could have gotten if you had just looked at it as a whole system. And the amount of money you would spend to just do a small portion of the project might lead to a cascading effect where you then have to do more and more and more and more, and then you're just chasing your tail trying to get it right when you could have just done it right from the beginning. So if you're one of those people that's like, that makes some sense, Wilson, I think I want to do this thing right. Well, the answer is definitely check out first my free soundproofing workshop, which is going to take you on this journey even a little bit deeper with understanding how to build a soundproof room in a garage, a basement, or a backyard. And then if you want to even go a step further and you're like, I don't really want to do this myself, I want to hire an expert who's done this countless of times all over the world for many, many people, you can actually reach out to me for a soundproof clarity call at soundproofyourstudio.com and just click on the I want some plans button. And you can sign up for a call with me for 30 minutes. I'll learn your situation, help give you some feedback, and maybe even we'll be a good fit working together. Now, if you want to go back to the soundproofing workshop, just go to soundproofyourstudio.com/workshop and you can watch it right away. Just sign up and you'll watch it within a few seconds. So either way, you have a path forward here. I hope this short but sweet video was informative about why we can't partially soundproof a room. Again, I'm Wilson Harwood. I am a studio designer and soundproofing expert based in Nashville, Tennessee. And I look forward next week to teaching you more about soundproofing and room acoustics. Thanks so much for watching.